Great news. Right now, as a Jim Norton listener or worshiper, you can take an extra 25% off your order. Ghostbed.com/Norton. Use promo code Norton at checkout. That's ghostbed.com Norton. Promo code Norton. Upgrade your sleep with Ghostbed, makers of the coolest bed in the world. Thanks for an amazing night. This is the hardest I've laughed in a long time. Oh, sorry. Reading reviews of my show. I'm on the road. Forget the old tour name. I need to name my new tour A New Hour. Maybe that's what I'll call it. August the 9th. Nope, that already passed. Stupid. September the 4th, I'm going to be in Ashville. The 5th, Charlotte, Duluth, Georgia, Columbia, South Carolina coming up. Fargo, North Dakota, Bakersfield, California, San Diego, Rochester, Denver, Batavia, Illinois, Portland, Eugene, Oregon, Bend, Oregon, Huntington, New York, which is on sale, Newton, New Jersey, November 22nd. People have been asking me. It just went on sale, and that will probably sell out. So I would say, go on now. Get your tickets for Newton. Go on now. Bangor, Maine, which is really Herman, Maine. And I'm doing Foxwoods in Connecticut. And Boston, Massachusetts, the Wilbur Theater. Those are all on sale. Go on now and get yourself some tickets. Hardest I've laughed in a long time. I mean, the reviews are in. How annoying is it, too, if we start the podcast and I do that thing people do where all of a sudden they're not themselves anymore. Hey, welcome to the show. It's Sam Morril. Sam, what do you got going on, buddy? I should have thought of that before you came. I should have said, like, is there anything you want me to get to? Any bits you want to do?
Oh, my God. Yeah, I remember we were hanging at the cellar once, and some guy was doing bits on me.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
and just say you're going to do the bit. Just say, like, hey, can I run one? And I'm like, yeah, run a joke. But he was just like, he was doing it in conversation. I was like,
Some guys do that, like, naturally. Yeah. They'll talking to you, and they'll just do, like, so I call my girlfriend, and she's like, what are you doing? I see you doing that on fucking Saturday night. What are you doing?
That voice, yeah. Then you see him doing it on stage. You're like, that was your closer? Oh. You worked that into a convo? Jesus. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's very insulting because people don't realize, like, you don't have to, like, I'm not some fucking college kid that just picked you up.
Yeah.
At a gig who's impressed with the fact you're funny. Just chat with me.
Yeah. Anyway, flying's weird, right?
Oh my God.
I was just flying recently. And
hold on. Do me a favor. Walk me into. Say, have you ever eaten on a plane?
Have you ever eaten on a plane?
Yes, on September 11th.
Oh my God, dude.
But the radio shows that are like, hey, is there anything you want to? And you're like, no.
I don't know. Yeah.
If I suck talking, then I suck talking. But I'd rather go down in flames talking than doing a bit. It's humiliating.
Yeah, but the ones you're like, yeah, I don't. Whatever you want to do, and then you show up and they're just like, so you see what's happening in Gaza, and you're like, fuck.
I know.
I should have steered him a little.
I know. I should have at least said, can you start with Epstein? At least work up to a Jew that everybody likes. Oh, Jeffrey.
Oh, Jeff.
It is funny to watch the whole country obsessed. Whatever the issue is, it's not that I don't care about the issue, but I'm just bored with everybody's fucking take. I just don't care.
Yeah, on the Epstein list?
Yeah, or anything that they're talking about. Like, it's like I have my own feelings on the issues, and I'll talk about it, but I don't feel this need. There's a weird thing people have where they think they're going to be the voice of the generation, where everybody goes, my God, you've said it. We can all shut up now because you've said it. And
well, because it's hard to have a scolding hot take on the Epstein list.
I know. It really
it's like, what are you going to say? Like, we should fucking let him out? You're like, yeah, that's what everyone thinks.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, see, I'm just the opposite. I'm like, they're a bunch of little liars, and these are good men. So, yeah, maybe I should weigh in. And I don't think there's anything weird about missing footage. Yeah, it gets hard to defend it, because I'm a believer that he killed himself. But, again, then you see certain things, and I'm like, oh, it's kind of hard to take that position now with the missing, Yeah,
he definitely could have killed himself. Sure. Like, he's used to having a way better life.
100%.
He's used to getting to fuck underage people on an island.
Yeah.
And now he's in a fucking prison cell. That's his favorite thing. And now he's in a prison cell. So yeah, I could see why he'd end it all.
Honestly, yeah, like there are lesser reasons. I've tried to hang myself over ticket counts. I could definitely see if I was facing life in jail.
You're 13. Like, fuck, Timonium, Maryland's looking rough.
Not at all.
I'm going to end it.
Yeah, for him, 13 was the age. For me, it's the amount of people we have. Yeah, so, but I understand that.
For you, it's not enough names on the list. That's why.
Yeah, exactly. My list is empty. I would like to have a few people.
No, dude. It's that being said, I mean, it's like it's very possible he was killed. I
Sure.
mean, I'm not the biggest conspiracy nut, but like that's one that you're like, all right, sure.
I've become more. I've in some cases I probably owe conspiracy people an apology. Like
Right.
some of it is still crazy. We went to the moon, you idiots. There's some that I'm just never gonna.
But every time they get one, they're just like, and you're like, well, they're not all real.
They're not all real.
Yeah.
Because they don't hold the same thing for their own stuff. Like the ones they get wrong, they don't just discount all their other ones, but they expect us to believe all their other ones when one turns out to be right.
But it's also put the Republicans in a funny position because the whole QAnon thing was like catch the pedos, and now
Yes.
it's like, well, now what?
Yeah. Now what do you do? I think they're handling it. They're going to start to get criticized for the way they're handling it. I'm telling you. I know nobody's noticing, but I think sooner or later people are going to take issue.
Trump's just going to keep changing the subject. He's going to give us fatigue.
He is like me when I get caught lying in a relationship.
Yeah.
Like I get caught cheating, and she's like, "What do you do?" I'm like, "What about your fucking parents? They didn't even say hello to me on Christmas." I just changed the subject. Yeah, it's interesting to watch, but I don't have a need to have like. Not that I think having a take on it is wrong, but I don't feel like a need to fight it out with people anymore. I used to, but I don't anymore.
Oh man, the people who are just fighting all day on Twitter, that is like a special type of mental illness.
It's and they don't ever acknowledge that this is serving me. Like I'm arguing because I like to argue.
Yeah,
dude, I would go back. I have an email folder called hate mail, and I have hundreds of hateful emails. This is before like it was all message boards and stuff. And I used to go back and forth with them. And then a few guys threatened my life using their real name, and I'm like, you just can't, like, because there are crazy people. And, you know, that lawyer that I had that thing with who wound up killing someone, then killing himself. So, like, you know.
Oh, shit. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Look up Roy Hollander. I had it out with him, and he challenged me to a duel. It's all, people know the story.
A duel?
A duel, yeah. I humiliated him on the radio. He wrote a manifesto. He listed me in it. But then again, you know, years later, he wound up killing somebody. And then blowing his brains out. So it ended well, at least partially. At least he shot himself.
My agent will send me hate mail I get that he gets, and I did a show in New Orleans, and I was like, man, I never do well in New Orleans. I did really well. And then he sent me, this woman wrote this thing, worst show I've ever seen, horrific. And I was like, why did you send me this? He goes, because you make them into bits sometimes. I'm like, I know, but I felt good for like a minute after this show.
Who's your agent, Livia Soprano?
I was a good mother. Yeah.
Oh, nice language in New Orleans. You die in your own. It's one of those things where, like, yeah, there are people who like to give bad news. Do you know, like, is he a guy that, like, or is she one who likes to give bad news?
No, he was just fucking with me, I think.
Okay.
No, but you know those people, they always are like, dude, I heard this person said this about you. You're like, what? That's Will Sylvince always does that to me at the cellar. He'll just like let me know someone is shit talking me.
Really?
And I'm like, yeah, like playfully, but he'll be like, oh, this guy fucking, I don't think he likes you.
I had a guy. Somebody told me because they were better friends with me than this other comic that when I was on stage, and they were like saying shit. I guess because I didn't have the political slant that they, in all of their esteemed knowledge, have. And I've just hated this guy since. But I didn't say anything because it was told to me in confidence. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't break someone else's confidence. And I've shit talked people before. Like, so I get it.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, now I can't like that guy.
Yeah, that is tough when it gets back to you, because I've ridden people off for stuff that I've also done.
Oh, I always
there's definitely people I'm like, oh, I know that person shit talked me, and then I've been ridden off by people for shit talking them, and you're like, I guess, you know, we all have fragile egos.
We do, and we're all kind of right to not like someone shit talking us. So, like, they're right to be pissed off at me. Oh, look at this. Gossip is often. Thank you, Mike. Mike brings up helpful. It's like doing a podcast with hints from Heloise. Yes, gossiping is often considered a natural part of human behavior.
I like the picture, just two women.
Of course it is. Two fucking hens. One whispering in the ear. She's probably whispering a pie recipe. Dumb broad. But yeah, it is just two ladies. Some researchers believe that gossip evolved as a way for humans to understand social dynamics. Who knows?
Yeah.
It also
assess
feels
trustworthiness.
good.
I mean, that makes sense. You say something fucked up about a race, and someone's like, safe with me.
Well, you know,
yeah.
They talked about, I read this where they said people bond a lot more over negative stuff than positive stuff. And I realized it's the absolute, like if I get into an Uber and he's like, God, the sun is beautiful today. I'm like, oh, why don't you just shut up? Get a hose.
I know.
Put it in the exhaust pipe.
But if he's like the Jews, you're like, this is my guy.
Yeah, I'm like, let me put my headphones away. You were saying? But it's like we're bonding over somebody who's not moving in traffic or somebody who's going too slow. But I realize that that's correct. You bond more over being angry and negative, and I don't know why.
Yeah, well, because it's like, I think you just bond in shittier circumstance. Like, you think about the friends you struggled with, and that's like, you know, I remember passing out flyers with other comics. I'm like, oh, I like that guy. I watched him eat shit a little bit.
That's right.
You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I definitely relate more to like fucking awful day, and I'm like, yeah, that's.
There's something about somebody spreading cheer that you just like, I just want to knock your teeth out. It annoys me.
Oh, I was around someone yesterday, and she was so fucking positive that I was just like, oh.
Liz from the cellar?
The most negative human being.
She's the best.
Yeah, I know.
Because Liz,
I love her.
She loves you too, actually.
Yeah.
If she doesn't, she doesn't suffer fools. Like, no one's ever said, I wonder if Liz likes me. You know immediately if she likes you.
It took me years. It took me years to penetrate that wall. But yeah, she is, she just screams at me like, still like 5. It's kind of nice. It's nice to get yelled at. I realize I'm a bit of a fucking sub, I guess. I kind of like catching a you know.
Yeah, I was late for my spot, and Liz put on that special belt and then aimed at my asshole. I was like, oh, you're right. I can't believe I did that.
I could see her pegging her boyfriend.
Oh, 100%.
Not even in a sexual. She would get off on it just because he'd be in pain.
She would peg him, and as she was complaining that Mike Yard was late.
Yeah, dude. No, she will fucking give it to you. It's amazing.
But if she likes you, and you know that it's genuine. Like people like that, it's like Esty. Esty is more subtle with it. But if Esty likes you and talks to you, it's genuine. Like you know that she's not faking it. So when people like that like you, you know, like, wow, that person, it's real. They're not faking it.
True. Yeah, I heard a comic wore a Jewish star for an audition one night.
Yeah.
And she was like, what are you doing?
Yeah, it was Hassan Minaj, which was so bizarre. He had a story about growing up as a Jew. We're like, really? I had no idea.
There I was, a young Israeli. Yeah, no, she you can't catch one under. She's, you know, she's getting up there, but she's still sharp.
She knows. Yeah, anyone in that position knows. Like when you're, it's like I'm sure Mitzi had to deal with it. Like Bud Friedman. Like when you're the person that like says yes or no, people are going to be nice to you, and you know that when they're being frauds and when they're not.
Oh yeah.
It's obvious.
Yeah.
Have you noticed since, because you're doing great, and you guys, I really love you and Mark, and I say that a lot.
Man,
like,
we love you.
You guys are hilarious, and you've both been very, very, good friends and very genuine people. Do you find that people who are nice to you now that weren't nice to you before?
A couple, but I don't give a shit. I mean, you know,
don't care.
I mean, for the most part, you're like, most people either like some people grow and some people you're like, he's a piece of shit, but I don't care, you know? I remember there was a comic when I was auditioning at the comic strip who they did like a comics, like 3 comics would judge you. They did it like American Idol style. It was awful.
Yeah, that's Simon. Oh.
Well, that was, the booker was like fancied himself Simon, so he'd just like trash you and you'd be like, I did well.
Was it Richie Tinkin?
No.
Oh,
no.
okay.
But I had a good set, and one of the guys judging me as a comic I know now was like, you're a little dishonest. And the comic who said that to me, I was like, I know you're in the closet.
Oh,
and you're calling me I kind of want to be like, you're
Did I call you
gay.
Dishonest? Oh, sorry. It is funny when somebody who's.
But I don't give a shit. I mean, and he's been plenty nice since. I think, like, you know, you also realize.
Has he come out?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Was Modi mean to you?
Well, I guess I gave away my hand there. Yeah, whatever.
I can't believe that gay Jewish fella. Modi fascinates me. I talk about him a lot because his audience, like the fact that Netflix doesn't do something with him, because he speaks to an audience that is so hard to make funny. Like, you know what I mean? Like Hasidic Jews, like men on one side, women on, like the most hardcore religious people, and he fucking kills in front. Like very few people, Elon Gold, there's a few guys, but very few people can do the circuit that he does. And I know I've babbled about this endlessly, but I think it's such a fascinating tribute to kind of what comics do. The fact that there are guys that can reach every audience, even a group that you wouldn't think wants to be entertained by stand-up. And the fact that no one is grabbing him and making a show with him just shows you how much the business stinks.
Yeah, Netflix is tough. I know they passed on Mateo too. Maybe they just hate gay people. I don't know. I mean,
I wouldn't know. Not that my wife and I pitched something that they also passed on. We're straight, for fuck's sake.
no, they. That was another one. I was like, Jesus Christ, Mateo is huge. It's crazy.
Oh, wait. Are you saying his popularity?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, his cock. They should have given him a special because he's got a nice cock.
I mean, honestly,
I heard he does have a big dick though.
Does he? Yeah, that's good. Life just couldn't be better for Mateo. He's in perfect shape with a big dick, and he sells 3,000 tickets. Happy for you, Mateo. Yeah, the fact that they would pass on Ali Sadiq said the same thing, like that they because his stuff is too long. But he got like 1 million views the first day he put. It's almost like, and it's not just that. It's anybody.
It's better to not be on there sometimes. You get more eyeballs on YouTube a lot. I mean, like Ali Sadiq is huge, you know.
He is, yeah. And then some of us go on YouTube and we do okay, but I still think it's better than I would have done anywhere else.
Dude, your special. I've told you this, but your special was awesome.
Thank you, Sam.
That was a great one.
Thank you. I'm hoping to parlay it into a late night set. I'm looking to do my 5.
You could be the last guy on Colbert, man.
It's
fucking crazy.
It is crazy, but it's like one of those things where people think that they're censoring it. Like, look, they're giving it. No one censors you and then gives you another year on the air. Like, no one says like you're being taken off, but you can have this year. That whole medium is dying. Like when Corden left and they didn't replace him, it's like that whole that it's just. I think that they see this as a dying. Nothing against Colbert, but just a dying part of entertainment.
And he could do. I mean, he could have like a good pod with writers and stuff. You know, like I remember watching Colbert and like Strangers with Candy back in the day, being like, this guy's incredible. I've been a fan of his forever. You know,
we were talking about that before. I've never seen it. I've been accused of it.
Dude, it's incredible.
That's what he was saying.
It's so dark and I mean, it's Amy Sedaris is so fucking funny.
And he is funny. People who say Colbert's not funny, he's a really funny guy.
Oh, he's insanely talented.
But like what happens like to any of us, like if you get where you start to think like your opinion carries, like there's a great clip of Carson going around. Have you seen that? Where Mike Wallace, it's a 60-minute piece, interviews Carson. And he says like, you've been criticized because you don't take on the issues.
Right.
And Carson just explains why he doesn't and how he thinks it's wrong for an entertainment to do. And he wasn't afraid to. I mean, he was the biggest. But it was an interesting take on a guy who could have done it and was like, no, I don't think that's what you should use it for. So maybe that's part of it. I don't know.
That was also when there was one late night host, you know?
Yeah.
There's one guy, and he was like for the country.
Right.
You know, now there's like 1 million of them, but they all have one. They all kind of slant to one side. So
they do.
So I understand the fatigue, and I understand why there's like a hunger for someone on the right to do that.
Yeah, and that's why Gutfeld does so well because, and I've done his show a lot. Not that it makes me bitter about the other guys who are supposed to be progressive, but Gutfeld has me on all the time. And it's like they've never asked me to change my joke. They've never
Well, it's
said...
cable versus CBS is insane.
That is true. That is... Yeah.
I mean, the notes you get... I haven't done a late night set in years. I used to do them all the time, but like they've gotten harder and harder. The Fallon Booker hit me up and was like, we'd love to have you on. I sent him a tape. He was like, you can't even close to do any of these jokes.
Yeah.
And I thought I sent him a pretty clean set.
No, I understand that too. And it's like the same thing for me. They're like, look, they don't want 10 minutes on John Bonet. You have to change it up. I was doing impressions, you know, what if Nicholson took her? Get you out of the crib. Yeah, no,
That was a good Nicholson, dude.
Oh,
Shit.
come on, you know, it's how I close on the road. None of you guys see it because you're all headlining. But I like on the road, I sneak in those great impressions. You ever see Pacino? You're out of order. Oh, man, it's a fucking kill.
Yeah, no, it's a bummer, but you know, look, I mean, we all know why these shows are not doing as well. There's 1 million podcasts. There's, you know, Rogan had these 3-hour interviews with people that you could see Robert Downey Jr. 3 hours, or you could see him on, you know, Fallon for 5 minutes. It's a different thing.
And I like I know I'm done because Fallon's people turned me down at one point. And I know Jimmy and I know Michael the Booker. They're all nice guys.
Yeah.
I'm not for them. And I get it. So it takes the pressure off because I don't care who's in the room when I'm on. I don't try to change. You know what I mean? Like I'm never like, so-and-so's here from Colbert. Like I heard he was not even in the room when comedians went on. I don't know if that's true or not.
I did it once and he was there.
Oh, you okay?
But I think afterwards he stopped. They would like kind of, you know, they'd pack like 6 at a time and it would just be a Colbert crowd and no show, which is such a bummer, you know?
Wait, they would just say it's a Colbert show?
So it's like they get a crowd, he wouldn't be there, and they'd kind of just stockpile them and throw one in. Like they'd be like, "Oh, you're on this Friday." You know, they'd have them for like weeks, which that to me sucked. I love doing Conan back in the day because you talk about they never give you notes. I got one note ever from Conan, and I had a joke wishing cancer on someone, and they were like, "You just can't do that on his crowd." And I was like, "That's a fucking reasonable note."
Absolutely, and I hope they said AIDS is fine.
But no, you know, these shows, I still miss the idea of like shows with a live audience. Like that to me is like, that's thrilling still because there's that kind of like fear of like, oh shit, I could fuck up.
Yeah, I never did Conan because of his booker. His booker was very like I was doing at the time. I was doing panel on the Tonight Show. Like Jay would have me sit down. You do material or whatever, but and he goes, "Yeah, I just got to see a set." And it was kind of insulting. It was like, I'll show you my set, but he wouldn't give me the date until he saw the set. And I was like, nah, fuck this guy. He never liked me anyway. Frank Smiley, his name is, I don't care. He never, I think, or is it Stu? One of them likes me, one of them doesn't. So I apologize if
I didn't deal with either
I
of
think
those
it's Frank.
I was talking to a different guy the whole time there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But he just never wanted to put me on. And look, that's fair enough, but I was just, whatever. But I never thought Conan liked me, so maybe he doesn't even know who I am. Who knows? I assume people just don't like me if they don't have me. Like I did Letterman twice, and he was friendly, but like I was gonna take a picture with him after, but they're like, nah, don't ask him.
Oh,
and I'm
wow.
like, I just did his show. Like, who the fuck's like Leno comes out with you? He took a picture, but like Letterman just walked by and ran up the steps. I'm like,
I had a really good experience with Letterman. I think only because I was on when he did the Netflix thing.
Yeah, it was great.
So he was like hungry to talk to people.
Yes.
Whereas as opposed to when he's doing that show, I don't know, every day for 25, 30 years, he's just like, fuck, I got to do it. But when I was there, he was like, I guess he watched some of my shit. I did a rooftop special thing during COVID, and he was like, that was so resourceful. He was like being so cool about it. Yeah, and then and they even did a thing on the live. They wanted you to do stand-up before the interview, and I had a phone in my pocket. No one told me to remove it. So I told a joke, and they were like, hey, you got to restart. There's a phone in your pocket. And I was like, no one fucking caught that. So Letterman was like, fuck you. He was like on my side. He was like, that's fucking insane. And I had to just retell the same joke.
Oh, that's horrible.
To the crowd, I was like, all right, sorry.
Let me turn these. By the way, I didn't realize that these fans were on, and I can hear them. Are they ruining the show?
No.
Okay. Am I? Okay. Let me just turn these. Sorry. I was just thinking of my bed. Ghost bed. It frightens me. When I lay in it, and I do lay in it every night, it goes, oh. I'm getting worse at being a ghost every week. Some mattress brands, they want you to drop thousands of dollars like it's nothing. Ghost Bed doesn't play this stupid game. They make premium, cooling, supportive mattresses without the bloated price tag. The cooling is the best part. I love my Ghost Bed pillow so much. It's always nice and cool. The Ghost Bed sheets are amazing. The bed, the mattress is amazing. It really is cooling, and I sleep hot. I look disgusting. I'm not a hot-looking person, but I run hot when I sleep in Ghost Bed. It is honestly exactly what they say it is. It's a family-owned company. It's built by a team with over 20 years of experience. They know how to build a mattress that actually lasts, not like these other mattresses that last, 6 months? Guy who doesn't know how to do a read. Every model is designed with cooling materials, as I've said. Help regulate your temperature while you sleep, because no one wants to wake up sweaty at 3 o'clock in the morning, wondering what went wrong. What memory did I just have? Oh, no, it's just my sucky bed. Their best-selling Luxe mattress, which is the one I have, it's loaded with features you'd expect to cost a fortune. There's a patented cooling tech, cool to the touch cover, and their exclusive Pro Core layer for added support through your hips and back. It's a legit high-performance mattress. It's not going to wreck your budget. In fact, every mattress in the Ghost Bed collection, it's priced up to 50% less than comparable brands. No fake markups, no endless gimmicks. And if you're not sure which model to go with, take the Ghost Bed's mattress quiz. It's going to point you in the right fit based on how you sleep. Get a 101-night sleep trial, fast and free shipping, 20 to 25-year warranty. You're not going to live that long, so you probably won't need it, but it'll be nice because you can leave it to your family. If you need help, you talk to an actual person when you call. Not a bot, not some loop or hold music. A real person who's probably nude, lounging in their cooling Ghost Bed. Right now, as a Jim Norton listener, take 25% extra off your order. Go to ghostbed.com/Norton. Use promo code Norton at checkout. Ghostbed.com/Norton, promo code Norton. You know that I'm a bad sleeper. I've been complaining for years. This is an amazing mattress. The sheets are great. The pillows are great. Honestly, nice and cooling for a cool guy. Upgrade your sleep with Ghost Bed, makers of the coolest beds in the world.
Well, I see comics we knew who were on like Carson, and you're just like, holy shit, that must have been insane.
Yeah, I always ask Johnny questions for people who did it, because less and less as you go on, like that actually. My experience with Letterman was fine. He was nice to me. He wasn't a dick, but it was the people around him who were so scared, like, don't. And I'm like, you should think that somebody who you just did a show would be fine to take a photo with you, but
I know
everyone was terrified of him there. They were scared.
That moment when he had the extortion thing on the air,
he said
that was that's one of the most incredible moments on TV. I remember watching that, being like, I thought it was like some King of Comedy shit. I thought it was like some weird, I don't know. But the fact that it was getting laughs too is so creepy, because he's being sincere from the beginning of it. I mean, he made it funny at a certain point, but just the balls to do it that way was so badass. He just,
it's like when Charlie Sheen, they said, was apparently being blackmailed for millions of dollars about having HIV. And I knew someone who right before Charlie, this guy is known as His Highness, Ian, Ian, I forget how much, what's that? Ian Halpern. Yeah, Ian Halpern. Sorry, Ian. But he goes, somebody in Hollywood A-lister with HIV, like he knew. But somebody was blackmailing Charlie. I even think I know who was blackmailing him. And then he finally came out.
Modi.
Yes. He finally came out and said it. So Letterman saved himself millions of dollars by doing that. And I love that he did it too. He admitted he screwed up, and whatever, I fucked up, and that's what did he do? He slept with somebody, and they
employees, I guess.
Yeah.
This was way pre Me Too.
Yes, it was. It was, and but
I mean, the fucking Coldplay affair guy stepped down, didn't he? That shows how shit shifted a little bit.
Corporate America, though, like, the problem is, like, especially when you're fucking the head of HR, which there's no one more hateable than the head of HR.
And also, who do you go to? There's no HR to...
Right. And you just complain to her, you just fucked her. So, yeah, they both, I think their marriages are ruined. And look, it is funny. You're in public. So I got people making fun of it, but people digging into their personal. Yeah. And I'm like, you pieces of shit. Like, have a laugh at it. Like Mel Gibson's tape. There's nothing more entertaining by the fact I have bare feet right now should be angering to everybody. I apologize to Sam and to Mike. I didn't realize it. I just put on my pants because I was wearing sweats with no underwear.
You should have just done this in PJs. Really just come over.
But I realize I'm walking around like I think I'm like a fucking lifestyle guru. Just a fat-titted idiot who can't sell tickets. Forgot my fucking socks. So anyway, I didn't think it was a conscious choice. What was I talking about? Oh,
Mel Gibson.
Mel Gibson. Yeah, like I loved his tapes. We laughed.
The one where the voice message.
Oh, the greatest. But there was never any judgment. Like there was never any like I hope he gets in trouble. It was just fun.
We're a nation of tattletales.
We are a nation of snitches and frauds, by the way.
Yeah.
Because is there another pro-life conservative just gets caught? He used to fuck a stripper and he had gotten her abortions. Or the AG in Texas, Ken Paxton. Apparently, the allegation is that he was fucking around on his wife. Mr. and Mrs. fucking hand in hand. We love Christ. We don't want the fags getting married. We don't want trans people. And then meanwhile, apparently he's out fucking other people.
Always that
point
dude.
Is now I like him.
But it's always that dude. It's always like Larry Craig or like that type of like tap the leg under the men's room stall type of dude who's like super anti-gay. And
they are the
it's such a tell.
It's such when it bothers you that much.
Yeah.
When you're that obsessed with it, you can go like, hey, I don't care, but my constituents want me to vote against it, so I will. But it's these holy rollers who are so against it. But you know that the whole time they're talking, they're just like, if they think about a cock, they can feel it in their stomach. Like, that feeling you get when you're gonna fuck someone, like that anticipation. That's how they feel.
Yeah, there was a sportscaster, Chris Broussard. He's actually a really good sportscaster. But I remember they asked him. I don't know why they asked him about homosexuality on the air, but they were like, so do you think being gay is wrong? He's like, I have no judgment toward gay people, and like, but do you think they go to hell? And he's like, yeah. It's just like, well, it sounds kind of judgy.
Yeah, of course, a little bit, yeah.
But you're like, you're a sportscaster. Why do I need to know you think this?
Yeah,
it's so straight. Like a politician, we should know. right? We
Sure,
should know where you
because you're
stand on
voting,
shit.
yeah.
But a sports guy, you're like, why even bring it up?
Well, I was a big Cosell guy till I found out, they run around claiming to be women. That was my Cosell. I shouldn't blow the closer. I do that before I go into the Nicholson John Bonet stuff. But and did he get in trouble for that?
He did, yeah, but now he's back on the air. I mean, I think he got like a temporary slap on the wrist. I remember we had him, when I had a sports show on MSG, we had him on the show and they were like, do not mention it. And I was like, okay, monologue. I was like, Chris Broussard is here, not a fan of gay people. They cut that out.
Of course they did.
But it got a nice laugh in the room.
Did he complain about it or no?
I don't even think he heard it.
Oh,
he was, and then of course he showed up and he couldn't have been nicer.
It's always.
I should have interviewed him with a lisp.
Yeah. So let me ask you something. Do you think the shorts are too long? But the people, when you meet them, like
Yeah.
Lauren Bobart, I don't like her politics at all. But I met her.
But she looks like she gives a good hand job.
Oh, she's sexy.
That was pretty hot.
She's fun. Yeah,
That was awesome.
She's a good egg. But I met her, and she was nice to me. And she was nice to my wife. And she probably found us both repulsive, but she was nice to us. So now I can't attack her publicly because I met her and I liked her. Like sometimes you meet somebody and all it takes is someone to be nice to you for a couple minutes and be friendly, and it's like it's harder for me to
Yeah, but how much of a psycho would you have to be to just like shake someone's hand and be like, fuck you?
I know that is true, but you can usually read when someone is. I should say the energy felt okay too.
But if you're a politician, your job is to win people over.
You're right.
I remember I was on Fallon once and Cory
Are they looking
Booker's
for people?
Cory Booker's in the green room, and my mom came in, and my mom was like, Mr. Booker. And of course he ended up hanging for like an hour because of that. And I was like, oh, he knows how to win people over. This is what they do. He's like, that's a vote. That's a story.
Let me point out what just happened here, correctly so. I was suckered by a politician. This is how stupid I am at 57. I was like, I met her and she was nice to me, like I'm the person whisperer, and you're like, that's her job to be nice to everyone. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. I'm stupid.
This fucking guy, Mayor Adams,
I love him.
The most corrupt human being ever. But I did a benefit once for the basketball player Giannis Antetokounmpo, and he's in the crowd, and I told a Magic Johnson AIDS joke, and he led an applause break, and I was like, he's not so bad.
He's not a bad guy.
That's all it takes, you know?
All it takes is them to say you're funny. That's why Trump wins people over when he meets them a lot, because he's very personable. And any of those guys are.
And he blows you up. He's like, oh, you're so good at this. You're so great. In his head, of course, he thinks he's better, but that's his energy. Is like, you're so good.
Kat Timpf on Gutfeld, Trump did Gutfeld.
Shit, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And I love Kat, and she's very moderate. And she had criticized him in the past. And she's like, I was a little nervous, but then I talked to him, and he couldn't have been nicer and more giving. And it's like they just know. I'm sure he knew, but he's like, I'm going to be nicer.
Do you
to
think
the person.
he knows?
Yes.
I think the people who criticize him, the people close to him, keep that far away from him.
But I think he finds out. I think he watches Gutfeld too, and I think he at times, and I'm going to go out on a limb, can be a little petty. I think he can be a little. Who said I'm a petty motherfucker? Oh, Matt Matt from the Cellar.
Matt Richards.
Matt Richards. I'm sorry, Matt. I forgot fucking Ian Halpern. I forgot Matt Richards. I really am dementia. Jesus, I'm going to be I'm going to be staying in. I can't even. I can't even.
He had a stroke on air.
I was literally.
You and Keith are going to be rolling around together.
I was going to say I'm going to be starring in Die Hard, and God went, "You're too big a piece of shit to do that, so I'm going to stop you." And I plowed through. How funny would it be if those pots and pans fell on Adam's head? But what was I saying, Mike? Do you remember?
That is way too nice a kitchen for a mayor.
Is that his house? Well, that's probably Gracie Mansion.
Yeah, I guess so. He's also way too fit for his age to be effective.
Yeah.
You can't have a six-pack at 60 and get anything else done.
No, it's probably all those times of flying over to Turkey, getting blown. He was getting blown in Turkey, flying business class.
That's all he cares about is just star fucking.
I know. But again, I relate to it. I understand it. Have you ever...
He too tried to get a picture with Gene Simmons.
Yeah. Oh, that was a rough one. And then I told you, and then Gene was really nice to me at this event. Yeah. So when the fans started screaming at him at the,
You did the roast, didn't you?
Oh, this is years before that. I had met him interviewed him on the Opie and Anthony, and then I saw him in Vegas, and he blew me off. So I went on the radio and I just crucified him. And then I saw him at another event after that, and he didn't know I had crucified him. He couldn't have been nicer. Oh, he's so funny. So then I'm doing another event with him, and there was like 3,000 people at the Electric Factory in Philly, and a fan was there, and Gene is talking, and he goes, "What? What are you saying?" And the guy is yelling, "You blew off little Jimmy Norton." And I was sitting on stage. I'm like, "Dude, we're okay. It's all good." And Gene goes, he goes, "Why would I?" He goes, "Come up here." So the guy grabbed the mic from Gene and goes, "You were mean. You blew off Jim Norton." I'm sitting on the sofa, and Gene didn't know.
So Gene Simmons gets assassinated. Some fucking crazy
dude.
man.
He walks over to me, and I'll never forget. And he quietly goes, "What would you like to happen right now?"
Wow.
Because he didn't know what he had done, and I'm like, "Have a hug." And he hugged me on stage, and the crowd clapped. And then afterwards, he goes, "Why would that guy think I had wronged you?" And I'm like, "I don't know." I was such a dick.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
Shit.
But he's been nice to me ever since. And I roasted him. Thank you to Jeff Ross. Which was fun. I mean, to shit on guys that you love as much as I loved Gene Simmons. I still love him.
Yeah.
People hate him, but then when you watch him, there's a Dan Rather interview. When you watch Gene Simmons talk about, he's very patriotic. He loves America. Like, he loves what it represents. And he came over from Israel when he was a kid. When he talks about his mother and he gets choked up talking about his mom and being in the Holocaust, like, you know what I mean? It's hard to not like him when you see him in that light.
Yeah.
As just like there's a very gentle side to him that he, I think, started showing in the last few years.
Yeah, plus he fucked like 5,000 women, right?
That's another reason I like him. I should have mentioned that first. I should have led with that. I'm telling the touching story of when he gets teary-eyed, and you bring it right back home. But didn't he fuck a lot of strippers? Good point, Sam. That's why I like him. Have you, now, has anybody, because I've gotten to know him a little bit. I got to know Ozzy very, very fortunately. Have you gotten to know anybody that you are a fan of that you couldn't believe you met?
Anytime I meet basketball players, I'm pumped. I love the NBA, so that's always cool. Was at the Cellar on Saturday who was cool as shit was Steven Adams from the Houston Rockets. I'm trying to think who else, meeting Giannis was cool. That was
Pappas?
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
I don't know who that is.
He's like one of the best in the world.
I was at Sirius one time, and they were interviewing, somebody else was interviewing Abdul-Jabbar. So I showed up with, he's my favorite basketball player, so I showed up with a basketball to get signed. He's very difficult, notoriously difficult.
Oh, he's mean to the players.
Yeah.
Like Shaq writes it up. You hear Shaq talking about it, he's like, "I knew you wanted me to get better." I'm like, no, I think he's just kind of a dick.
Yeah, he's a difficult, but he recognized me from Bored to Death. I did one episode of Bored to Death because where do I know you from? So I knew he would take the picture. And apparently his publicist had been a nightmare with people. So I asked him to sign a basketball. And he's like, "I got to do an interview first." Like, he didn't want to. And then the booker goes, no, Kareem, you got time. He's not coming out yet. So he signed the ball for me.
Wow.
But I got it to me. I'm not going to sell it. But that was one that was just by luck of being on one episode of a show.
Yeah, he's a fucking legend, dude.
He's my favorite. He's my favorite. I met Magic. I loved him.
Yeah.
Shaq, of course, was cool. But I'm not a big NBA fan.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I mean, fuck it. No, I don't know. I guess certain people you meet, but I'm like,
if I ever met Michael Jordan, I'd probably say, "Dude, you're the greatest."
I don't know. Yeah, off the top of my head, shit.
Do you have any famous friends that you didn't have before? Or who can you text that's really famous? Who you'd feel comfortable texting?
God damn. Sandler probably is
That's
it.
right, yeah, that's a good one.
He would write back. He's like good with texting.
I wouldn't know. I've met him once.
He's the best. He's the coolest. I'm trying to think who else.
Who do you want to meet that you haven't?
Shit. It's weird.
Or do you not care? Maybe you don't care.
I don't really care because, I mean, the people I'm fans of, I don't always want to meet because I don't want it. If they're a dick, it'll like I love Matt Stone and Trey Parker, but I'm scared to meet them. Like, what if they think I suck or something, or trying to think. Met Larry David. That was pretty cool, especially because Norman met him 2 weeks ago and had the worst experience ever with it because an agent brought him over to meet Larry David.
To a house?
No, it was Norm. They were both playing the Chicago Theater the same night, and Mark was the late show, and Larry was the early show, and Larry was doing like an interview show, So Mark gets brought in. The agent didn't really prep him like this is a funny comic. He didn't say anything, and he just was like, "This is Mark," and I think Larry was like, "All right," and he took a picture, but even the picture, you could see Larry like. And it was so brutal for Mark because I just happened to be in Austin like 2 weeks later, And Larry's doing the show there, and my agent reps him, and he was like, do you want to see the show and meet him afterwards? I go, I don't want to meet him because I know what happened with Norman. He goes, I promise that won't happen. It'll be smooth. I was like, I don't want to annoy Larry David.
Sure.
It is literally like the nightmare situation to annoy the guy who's famous for being annoyed. So they brought me back. He couldn't have been nicer. I just literally was just like, and the agent was like, he's a very funny comic. He's like, oh, you're a stand-up. And he was really friendly after he heard that because I think, he did stand-up. He doesn't, but he's still into it. He still likes it. And I just commented on like one bit. I forgot what bit I said. And he was like, you like that? And I was like, yeah, I like that. And he was like, oh, great. And like, that was it. I was like, I'm fucking out of here.
Yeah.
But I got a picture with him smiling. I sent it to Norman. He's like, you fucking prick.
I don't know. I met him once at an HBO, some dinner. And he probably had known me from Lucky Louie or something, but he was very friendly when I met him. But yet it was very brief.
Yeah.
And I asked him a writing question. I asked him if he ever. I'm like, when you write, and he was very happy to answer. I'm like, do you ever write scenes because you think of a funny scene that has nothing to do with the show, but you know you'll find a place for it, or do you write kind of what's the word, in a linear way? And he said he always writes to serve the story. He won't write extra stuff. But I was kind of curious.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that was just something I wanted to ask him because he's such a brilliant writer. And then again, that was one question and done.
Yeah, dude. Crazy life. Yeah, it's a crazy.
I don't have a good
career.
Larry David story though, but I happen to mention it aside. But imagine if we were out with people, and I'm like, just remind me about the Larry David story, and that was the one I told.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of other ones.
Michael Richards, I always wanted to do stand up with.
Yeah, he's one of the best.
Yeah, just because he knows how to handle hecklers.
Yeah, he's calm and composed. I like his energy.
I do too.
He seems even keeled. Yeah, I heard there were like murmurs. I think it was Godfrey or something. There were murmurs he did that shit like before. That was the first camera phone cancellation.
Yeah, I think you're right.
That is crazy that you're like you would have been maybe okay if not for this technology. I mean, not mentally okay, but like.
Yeah, 100%.
I can't even imagine having that set without a camera phone, just being like, that's the guy who said the N-word a million times.
Yeah.
Fork up your ass?
Did he say that?
Yeah, you'd have a fork up your ass or something like that where you're like, that's not historically accurate.
So Godfrey said that people have heard that he did that before?
I don't know if he did it verbatim, but I think like that type of energy, yeah.
Black people probably don't enjoy his humor and probably heckled him often. He probably had a lot of talking black tables, and he would get like exponentially angrier, and use exponentially a more offensive language.
That's why Seinfeld didn't have a lot of black guest stars.
Yeah, because he knew that Michael would just not handle it well. Ah, Jerry, I see you've brought in. Hey, you'll have to excuse my friend.
Some guy fucks up a take. Yeah.
I hope it wasn't the. Yeah. Do you know Seinfeld well through Mark?
No, I don't. I met him once. He was really cool. I mean, he said a nice thing about me in an interview once, but I don't know him. I don't know him at all.
What did he say about you?
It was just like he's like, who young comics you like? And he said me, Mark, Ronnie Chang, a couple others. I forgot who he said, but it was. But I was like, oh, that's nice.
I love that he won't get roped into a Palestine discussion. He just doesn't give a shit. Like I love that. He won't say something to satisfy people's curiosity or to kind of quell their anger. He doesn't give a shit at all. Like he's not saying anything. He just doesn't care if you're angry at his take, which I love.
Yeah, it's tough. I think he just. It's just weird to get a Palestine take from a guy who talks about socks in his comedy.
But they do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like they'll walk up to him and go, "What are you, free Palestine?" They just say that, and he's just like, ugh. Yeah. But they just want the click. Would that be annoying if this whole interview was just like you knew I was looking for clips? Would that be awful if I was like, Sam, seriously, Jews, go. What do you got? What do you got?
Oh man.
Yeah. What do you think about Trump?
What do you think about
just the guys,
Trump and Jews?
I find those so annoying. Those where you know that they're just.
And by the way, I'm not sweating because I'm uncomfortable. It's hot as fucking here now.
I'll actually make.
What do you think about Jews? It just shows me sweating like, oh shit. Oh God, what am I on Hot Ones? This is crazy.
Let me.
He should invite people on the show and just ask really fucked up questions. Because they're sweating.
I apologize. I will turn the air on a little bit. The audio is
No,
suffering.
it's fine.
No. I don't want you to be uncomfortable.
No,
we
it's
still
all
have a few minutes to go. I don't want an uncomfortable Sam. Let me turn that on. Hold on. All right, we'll cut that back. We'll come in on a laugh.
So that's my answer on Palestine and Israel.
Yeah. It was a lot different than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're wrong. You can.
You won't get that out of Jerry.
Yeah, no, not at all. Especially not with the. I couldn't think of a funny thing. What a non-improver. I couldn't think of Die Hard. I can't think of a funny pal. I really should just be a fucking. Who am I, Dick Cavett? I should just do serious interview questions. An asshole. What an unfunny asshole.
That would be great if you came here and you kept it very heavy.
But I had like a paper, very dry. Yeah. Sam, your grandmother. Let's talk about her illness. I don't know if she's had one, but whatever it is. Sorry if you have a grandmother who's sick, and I just hit that nerve.
I mean, all my grandparents are dead, obviously.
Mine are too.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always like, I talk to people that are like, my grandparents are grandparents.
Yeah. Are your parents alive?
Yeah.
Mine too. Do you get along with them?
I do, yeah, they're great. I get along with them very well. How about you?
Yeah, my dad's birthday is today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to say something really uninteresting to everybody but me.
Tell him I say happy birthday.
I will. I will. Would it be funny if all of a sudden you got a text and like, who is this? It's Jim's father. I wanted to thank you for the birthday wish. And then he wouldn't stop texting you fucking Facebook jokes. Sam loves it, Dad. All right, I guess we'll go to a caller. We haven't talked to anybody yet. I forgot.
Let's do some calls.
Take phone calls.
I'm doing all right. I wanted to see if you guys can help solve a problem between some friends and family for me.
Sure.
We have an ongoing issue that is, we want to know what's more gay. Maybe you can help with that.
Probably, yes. I think that we'll be able to weigh in on what is more gay. Give us the options, Dan.
So option one, I want to preface both options with,
okay, important.
You're getting your dick played with in both of them. So
okay, good,
I want to
yes.
preface it with that.
Absolutely.
Option one.
Talk slow.
Option one is apparently you're getting your asshole fingered as you're getting like topped off or your dick sucked, basically.
By
Option
a guy?
Two
exactly.
Your ass
by who?
No, that would be gay inherently, but by a woman for both instances.
Oh, a woman blowing you, sticking a finger up your ass is gay?
Is it more gay than her eating your ass? Is basically
either way, I'm marching in the parade next year, I guess.
Absolutely. How is that?
What the hell's wrong with that?
How is either one of those things
How
gay?
old are you?
28.
Yeah, you'll get there, buddy.
Yeah, right now he's still in that, hey, my butthole. He's still listening to his friends in the locker room.
Yeah.
Yeah, I Fonzie thumb my asshole. What's the matter with you? It's not gay. It's perfectly fine.
Yeah, you're gonna get older. You're gonna have a harder.
Well,
you're gonna have a harder time getting amped up for round two.
What?
What, sir?
If you had to choose one, which one would be considered more gay?
Jeez.
The finger, because it's a penetration of some sort,
Yeah.
as opposed to the tongue, which is her just swirling her tongue around in your anus. But either one is fine.
Either way, you're gonna get older. You're gonna get a bidet. It's gonna do wonders for you, and you're gonna have a harder time having that bounce back for round two, or God forbid, round three. She sticks a tongue up your ass. You're hard as a rock. No pill necessary, buddy.
By the way, round three, I never did a round three, even when I was
round
18.
2.5. I'll say.
Yeah, I can
didn't
maybe
finish.
get to round two.
Yeah,
and that's me eating them. I can't. All right, thank you for the the energetic call.
Wait, one last question.
Yes.
What state do you live in?
Yep, good question.
Oh, I'm in Miami.
Wow, it's a very conservative question from Miami.
Miami's weirdly conservative.
Is it?
Yeah, I mean, you know what, the women there, holy shit, it's like the fake ass U.S. Capitol, which I always respect a woman with a fake ass, because that's like that's a life risking surgery right there. And you see that, you're like, you risked it all to just have a bigger ass. It's
have you heard
incredible.
too that a lot of people are saying they smell?
Do
like
they?
A lot of people are saying that those Brazilian butt lifts stink for a couple of reasons. Maybe like something goes bad in there, and also it's harder for them to wipe.
Something goes bad in there, like it's the fridge. The hell? Holy shit, milk! What the hell was that doing in there? I've only been with one woman who had it, and I was hammered. It seemed fine.
Oh, I'm sure. But I'm saying, like, you can, that looks like the tub lady from The Shining. We're looking at some awful, awful surgery mishaps. But I mean, just in regular life, people can't wipe as good.
That's possible.
They can't get back. Especially a lot of these girls have these gigantic fingernails. How are they wiping their ass properly?
I know.
They're not.
I see those fingernails. I'm like, that just seems like, I'm not a germaphobe, but that seems like it's attracting germs.
It's so not sexy. That sound that they make.
I hate it.
I do too. And you picture them opening a deeper than normal asshole because they've got they've got cement in it. There's no way you're going to be able to be as hygienic. As if like me, I have nice short nails. I put the paper in there. I twist it around. I get in.
There's something about the ass. So aesthetically, it does look amazing. But it's for Instagram. It's like in real life, you're just like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, you don't care.
No.
You're not a big anal fan. You'll take it, but
I don't care. I prefer the vagina.
Did you ever let a girl eat your ass, or you won't?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, okay.
I mean it's. I didn't know it was coming, but once it happened, I was like, that was fucking cool.
Wait, what were you doing that you didn't know it was coming? Were you dozing off on your tummy?
No, she just kind of just went behind me and started doing it. I was like, all right, shit. There was no like announcement, can I eat your ass? She just stuck a tongue in there.
I like that. I respect that. That's a trooper. I've had a few done like that too, where they just take charge. Like that's the type of gal I like. A girl who just knows what she wants. My asshole is very hairless though and small. I have a dainty asshole. I really do.
You know, if there's a list of things I wanted to know,
yeah,
it was how hairy your asshole was.
My asshole is the bee's knees. Women really dig it.
She was awesome. She was a hot lady, and she would not see me again because I did a joke about her in my Netflix special. And she was like, at first, I texted to her first because I was like, I only run it by a person if I'm like, hey, it's working, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
And she was like, that's really funny. I was like, thanks. And she goes, but you're not gonna like use it in anything. I was like, no, I'm gonna use it in my next special. And she goes, I'm never talking to you again. I was like, all right, I'm choosing the joke.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's wrong? Although she ate your ass, she's a good. What was the joke? I open up and I go, so this pig ate my ass. This ass-eating pig. I was talking.
It was I forgot how it went exactly, but it started by me being like, I had sex with a mother of 6 recently. I was like, I didn't try to. I was in Utah, and that was the lowest number I could find.
Oh, that's
and
hilarious.
Then she ended up putting a tongue up my ass, and what happened? She got a phone call from her kid. And she was like, oh, fuck. She just like pressed ignore. And I was like, all right, thank God for that. But then I had to call my mom for something the other day and she didn't pick up. And I was like, what the fuck are you doing, Mom? So that was a joke. And I was like, come on, that's such an innocent joke. And she was like, there's not a lot of mothers of 6 in Utah. I was like, the joke is literally that there is. Like, you're fine.
Couldn't you just change it to mother of 5 or mother of 7?
I should have.
Yeah, that's an easy fix.
Fucked up. But we're cool now. I talked to her recently. She's fine. We're on good terms. She's with a dude now, and I think I'm forgiven.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
she's not going to go back there anymore.
I wish.
She had 6 kids.
I know.
Wow. How was
Super
the vag?
young. Amazing.
Wow.
Amazing. Like, looked incredible. It was so weird. Yeah, it was one of those weird...
It wasn't all busted open and rotten.
That's exactly what I said. I pulled him out. I was like, I thought this would be all busted open and rotten, but it smells great.
Yeah.
No, she was really hot. She was a really attractive woman.
Yeah, but I would have thought under those circumstances that it was bad news.
3 were triplets, so I think that it's really like having 4 kids.
Oh, they all at the same time. It was already open, so yeah. It's like 3 people running through a door. It's already open. It doesn't take the same wear and tear. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's like the movie Cool Runnings. They just jumped out,
I like that. It was a John Candy movie.
Yeah, he was the best.
Second funniest fat man ever. I think Gleason was first.
He was pretty great.
And John Candy was a
Farley was pretty damn funny.
Hilarious.
So funny.
I'd put him right after. I'd put Farley above Belushi. I would put Belushi maybe after Farley. But I would put maybe John Candy, then Farley, and then Belushi. I'd probably leave it off.
I love Artie Lang, dude.
I do too.
Artie likes me, dude. I was watching Beer League the other day. There's some great lines in that movie. When the woman says, "God, is everything a joke?" and Artie's just like, "The only guys who get laid less than fat funny guys are fat serious guys." I'm not gonna must be one of those. I was like, "Oh, that's a great line."
I heard he got his nose fixed too. I hope that's true.
I miss Artie, dude.
I do too.
I love that guy.
Yeah, he's a sweetheart.
So funny.
He is funny. We have another phone call. Let's get on a phone call.
Oh, it's nice to get to talk to you guys. I wanted to ask you guys about, you're talking about hygiene. I was listening. And I'm a truck driver, and sometimes I like to use a bidet at home, but on the road it's really difficult to find a way to wash my. I don't want to say it, but it's hard to be able to wash my stuff. Well, how do you guys do that when you're on the road and stuff?
I don't.
I pick up a hitchhiker.
I just leave it dirty till I get back into New York.
Honestly, butt wipes, dude. Just get butt wipes.
Yeah.
It's not as good as a bidet, but it gets the job done.
Yeah, especially you're sitting in the truck, too. The hot's bouncing around. Fucking, you got to do a delivery in Tennessee and then pick up and go down to fucking St. Petersburg. Yeah, I imagine that bouncing around in that truck all day is not good for your rectum.
One time I had an emergency. I had to literally use a bucket to just relieve myself in the middle of nowhere. It was like in the desert in Las Vegas, in Nevada, sorry.
Yeah, God forbid you jump out of the truck. What, were you afraid of urinating in the desert?
I didn't want to get somebody to... I don't know. I'm scared.
You had nothing to wipe with, though? You just went in a bucket?
No. I used paper towels, everything. I cleaned myself, but I felt really disgusting because I didn't have any water to wash myself. Usually I would do that.
You gotta go.
I was stuck in the truck for almost you gotta go. Yeah.
How many
I
hours?
hate using public bathrooms. That's it.
How many hours were you stuck in the truck for? I have to feel out. How does this story end?
I was stuck there for almost 2 days.
Oh my God!
2 days with a bucket of shit in your truck?
Why don't you just get rid of the bucket?
Yeah, or call someone.
Just leave the bucket.
I did. No, I put it in. I got ready to get rid of the stuff. I threw it into the desert, but I was stuck there for 2 days. My truck broke down, and the towing company couldn't come till the next day. The guy comes driving down the road. It was a two-way road. He drives past my truck. My phone is dying. I jump out of the truck, start running after him, screaming. And then he just kept driving off. And then I literally cried on my way back to the truck. And then I see him coming back around.
Yeah.
And he says, "Oh, sorry. I went to check this little board that has Area 51 pictures on it," or something like that.
Why? So was there somebody else parked on the side of the road squatting over a spackle bucket that he thought was you? How did he confuse you with anyone else?
No, he drove past me on purpose. It turned out in the Area 51, there's this little small board that shows alien information or pictures or something like that. And he said, "Oh, sorry about that. I just never been in this area of the Area 51 desert. I just want to check it out."
Oh, okay. All right. Well, thank you.
No, it's fine. And I was wiping my tears away. Yeah.
Thank you for the call. This really took a strange turn. I took a shit outside of a UFO installation. What a bizarre place. How did nobody see you there? How does nobody see this guy? Isn't there cameras all over Area 51? You think that they would see somebody broken down. There's all these signs, apparently. Are you a believer?
I don't know, dude. I go back and forth. Sometimes I'll see a story, I'm like, fuck, that seems unexplained. But then other times I'm like, what? I don't know. How about you?
Yeah, I don't know. I in theory, they're saying now that there's this thing, what's his name? Ari Loeb, is that his name? I think there's a V in his name. I could be incorrect. Avi Loeb. He's a Harvard physicist, and he thought that thing, Oumuamua, whatever it was called, was going away. He thought that was an alien probe, and there's one now that looks like a comet, and he's saying that the course it's taking makes him think that it could be an alien probe hidden in a comet because it's taking a very unnatural course.
The more we explore, the more you're just something's got to happen, right?
Maybe. And maybe they would send it out disguised as something else. You know what I mean? Maybe it would come, it wouldn't be like a little robot. Maybe it would be in a comet or a rock or something so we didn't see it. Who knows?
Yeah.
We'll see. I don't know if I believe or not, though. I listen. There's a guy named Mick West who everybody hates because I love him so much, but all he does is debunk UFOs.
Oh, really?
Oh, he ruins.
What does he go? That wasn't an anal probe. Your uncle molested you.
Yes,
that's most of it.
Absolutely.
I think that is a lot of it. Is people making sense of something fucked up that happened to them, and then I'm not saying all of it, but I think there is some connection.
I used to do a bit on that, and that was the end of the bit. Just so you don't think I took it from you if I ever do it again. I'm like, oh, fucking Norton's stealing my conversations. No, but the bit was like the alien. The alien's breath smelled like liquor.
Oh shit!
But I mean, like, yeah, I think that you're right. I think a lot of it is people who were molested or abused, and they just kind of. That's why they say they can't move. Because you have those night terrors, and a lot of people, when you're being abused, you just kind of apparently freeze up.
Yeah. Like night paralysis, right? Or sleep paralysis, they call it.
But that's just to protect you when you're waking up. Sleep paralysis stops you from hurting yourself in your dreams. Like if you're tossing and turning and you're throwing punches, you're going to injure yourself. So I think that it's your body's way of keeping you from moving.
Yeah.
But if you wake up too fast, you feel like I can't.
Yeah, shit.
It's scary.
It is really fucking scary, dude. I don't know. I really go back and forth. There was a thing I saw recently with Segura and some guy talking about this flight in Mexico. And I don't know if you saw that clip, but he was just going on. It goes on and on, but the guy basically said, like, this guy was out. Someone took over his body, the pilot, and it's unexplained. And it was a long thing.
What do you mean they took over his body?
Like, the guy basically blacked out while flying for, like, an hour and a half. And someone else he didn't remember any of it.
But that doesn't mean alien. That just he could just be like having some kind of he's got CTE.
What is it? What does it say?
Oh, this you have to. I can't. Your mic's off.
There's a sex crime.
This was the guy, the pilot who was arrested in San. He was a Delta pilot who got arrested. Apparently, everyone thought it was ICE.
That's not the one.
No, this was a guy who was like.
I just cited. I'm like, yeah, it was this alien.
Something took over me. Yeah, Epstein. I've not heard of that, but I want to believe. But I always hear somebody debunk them.
Yeah. No, look, they're probably bullshit. But then, look, all it takes is one, right? I don't know.
Like my wife believes a lot in ghosts. Like she's convinced that her family members were oracles. And the other day we hung up. We went to the Vatican a few years ago. And we got a cross, so we hung it up, and she was standing by one of her grandparents' picture, and the picture just fell off the wall. And she reached and she caught the picture. It was like a really weird moment. But she's like, "You think that's a coincidence?" I'm like, "Yes." I don't know why it fell off.
I think it's bad construction, probably.
Probably.
A slant or something.
Or your sissy husband didn't hang the nail properly. But there's a nail, and there's nothing happening, and it just fell off the nail. So I understand it's a weird moment.
How shitty would that be to be a ghost, and that's the only way you can communicate?
Knocking
you just knock shit over.
Yeah.
It's just annoying.
But I hope that I told her I hope it's true. I hope it was a ghost, because then it means that there's something. Even if it's a shitty, nasty ghost, at least it means that there's something after this.
Do you believe in an afterlife?
You know, I don't. I want to. It's really hard to. But I kind of think, like, it wouldn't be the craziest thing. They're saying that Big Bang was, an atom that exploded, which I don't believe. I think that's a little silly. It just shows you how little we know. So maybe. I'm not a creationist, but I do think there might be something, even if it's just us at a higher level.
That'd be awesome. I hope it's not over. I like my life. I mean, I'm like in a constant state of irritability most days, but I'm still like, in summary, like, I like my life, you know?
Yeah, I'm kind of, yes, I'm just the opposite. Like, I'm not necessarily ready to die, but I hate being alive. Hate it. And I just, every day I pray. Like, when I heard about that fucking shooter in Midtown, I jumped into a cab.
It was in an office too, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Blackstone?
He was trying to find the NFL. He was going up to the NFL, and he got the wrong floor. And he shot innocent people. I mean, he would have too if the NFL, but he has like CTE, another nothing with a history of mental illness. These broken people.
Must suck to have CTE from football and you didn't even go pro.
Yeah.
You didn't even get the fun of like the pussy of being a pro athlete, and you didn't even get like the money, and just, like Aaron Hernandez, they say had CTE, or Junior Seau. That was a crazy one.
He shot himself in the chest.
Yeah, brutal.
And Aaron Hernandez, they said it was the worst case. And, of course, OJ's family, who you'd think would be not selfish, they wouldn't allow them to examine his brain when he died, which is just, why wouldn't you let them check it for CTE? It would at least explain.
It would at least explain his tweets. Those were pretty great. Those fucking, hey, guys, great to see you.
Hey, Twitter world. Meanwhile, they're all talking about his cutting his wife's throat. It's like, I think the Rams are going to cover. It's so funny to see a guy so zoned out. Like
He's completely unaware.
He's unable to be thrown off his game.
He's blissfully unaware. He's having a great day on the golf course. Every tweet is like, "You're a fucking murderer."
Yeah.
Hey guys.
Yeah, you think they'll cover? You mean like you covered the walkway in blood? And he would hide the tweets, but everyone could just go and look at hidden responses.
So fucking funny.
Yeah, this guy walked up. It was very.
Oh my god.
Very, very terrifying. I like that they we're looking at the BBC story. Mike goes to that site all the time, and it just happened to be news today. And they're showing the guy carrying the AR-15, and they put a yellow box around him in case you're not sure. Is it him or the two guys in the distant background? Who's the guy we should be focusing on? There's one guy in an open courtyard. That was 52nd and Park, and
God,
these poor people
just completely out in the open. No hiding it or anything.
And then he shot himself. I always like when they shoot themselves because, like, I know that it's not as satisfying for us, but I don't need to hear their ramblings.
Yeah, whenever you hear about a manifesto, fuck you. You wrote down words, dude. Manifesto is so grandiose. It's so ridiculous. And the fact that they make them into a celebrity in the media, it makes me so... Like that fucking Aurora shooter who they're like, he's the Joker.
Oh,
fuck you.
Yeah, Jared Loughner. No, he's the one who shot in... is it Jared Loughner or Jared Loughner?
The Boston Bombers are like, who's going to play him in the movie? I'm like, don't make a fucking movie. Don't give him the satisfaction. Are they both dead, actually?
No, the brother, one
the younger
dead,
brothers. The
other
younger
one's
brothers
life in prison.
Yeah, all right.
It was...
I mean, Chalamet, clearly. But, I mean, this is... No.
Wait, Jared Loughner, was he the Joker or was he the one who shot
James Holmes?
Jared Loughner shot in Arizona. The astronaut's wife, who was a senator or whatever, or a congresswoman who got shot in the face.
Oh, Gabby Gifford.
That's right, yeah. This fucking asshole with his red hair.
Ugh.
The good thing is, though, these guys, they eventually do settle into prison, and then you're just in prison for 45 years. Like, it's hot. Like, as warm as we were doing this podcast before. Imagine being in jail. Like, that I'm not going to try to fuck you in the ass at shank point.
Yeah, dude, I'd rather do your podcast than be in prison for sure.
Honestly, yeah, that's how I sell it to comics. I'm like, dude, it ain't jail.
No, he pissed me off so much. I mean, real fucking hot take. That fucking murderer really chapped my ass, that guy. That was fucking the cowardly way to do it in the dark. God.
Well, they're also, too, like, the funny thing is, like, the comedian, if a comic does a joke, right, and one person has a negative effect, they would not stop yapping about it. But, like, no one gets mad at actors, and no one gets mad at the media, and they know what they're doing is it's actively contributing.
What do you mean, like, actors how?
I mean, if you play, like, Ted Bundy or a rapist, you're fine. But these guys are absolutely, the FBI has said, don't blow them up like this because it encourages other people. You're actively contributing to it, and they do it anyway. And they know they're doing it anyway, and no one goes after them.
And they make them sexy. It's like Zac Efron as Ted Bundy. It's like, oh, so he has an 8-pack? I know, like, Bundy was like a decent-looking guy, but he's not fucking Zac Efron.
He was good-looking for a guy who smothered a girl in the mud.
or the one, okay, Charlize Theron. At least they ugged her up.
They ugged her up a lot.
But they could have given that to an ugly chick.
They sure could have. But then again, like, there's so few females, and she was great. Charlize Theron.
She is an amazing actor. I love. Yeah, dude, American Psycho is not even real, but fuck, is he good in that movie?
I've never seen the film. I've read the book, I think 3 times. I love the book.
Book's fun, yeah.
Book is fun.
The movie is hilarious.
It is, right?
The first half alone is like some of the best comedy. It's insanely funny.
And Silence of the Lambs wasn't real.
Yeah.
A lot of these are not. That Dahmer miniseries on Netflix annoyed me so much because they made the woman a hero. The real woman who knew him didn't live next door to him. She lived in the building next to him, and she didn't think that he did it, and she never ate anything he gave her. Like, I don't know why they have to. Why do they have to add to the Dahmer story? He drilled in people's heads. I mean, there's a lot there to work with. I'm interested. You got me. You don't have to add little facts just to make a local hero.
You should see this. It's legitimately hilarious. I mean,
wow, they love Patrick Bateman, the Wall Street Bros.
Yeah, they do. Christian Bale's funny as hell in that movie. I mean, it's over the top as hell, but you know, all these fucking movies, they love to. Look, we love the true crime shit. That's the problem. Is the true crime thrillers do so well.
Sure.
So then you're like, we'll just make a movie.
I mean, all of that. I have no problem with it. Like, they don't bother me at all. But then just don't cry if a comic says the N-word in a joke. Like, stop acting like you fucking. I love when people respond to the comments. We were shocked and horrified. No, you weren't. Do you know how hard it is to shock and horrify me? I wasn't even shocked and horrified by Epstein. I was mildly disappointed.
Yeah, it is. It's so self.
Have you guys noticed that all the police stations are using their body camera footage to create high-end edits for YouTube money?
What do you mean?
They're like editing the way I would edit a vlog for you on the road. They do it for body cam cases, so I can watch a whole case.
So they'll like add music to it and make it cool.
Dramatic effects, stings, lower thirds, text, and then they're monetizing.
So cops are like building up YouTube
They're
channels?
monetizing on YouTube. No, police stations.
Good for them.
That's
Because
hilarious.
those cameras were supposed to be like in a way to hold the cops to account. And in some cases it does. And in other cases you realize like, wow, they deal with a lot of pieces of shit. It makes the people look a lot worse than it makes the cops look.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're like, wow, that guy's not a good police officer. That woman is old and mentally ill and he broke her arm.
Yeah, the one bad one, you're like, that undoes a lot.
It really does, yeah.
But yeah, no, I know you mean a lot of these. I mean, just dealing with what they deal with night in, night out.
Dude, I get angry watching them. Like, do you find yourself? Do you get angry at stuff you see? Like, I catch myself all the time, like going into these weird rages. I'm like, what am I doing?
Oh, dude, I think what bouncers deal with on a nightly basis. So, like, what cops deal with, yeah, real fucking bad.
Yeah, I don't know how.
But that doesn't mean you could do whatever the fuck you want either.
No, not at all.
But if you get involved with the police, they can monetize it. Like this video has 13 million views
What?
in 2 days.
What is this?
Cops discover bodies in woman's trunk during traffic stop. I mean, that really is a catchy title. I mean, it's a lot better than what we're gonna have. You know, Jim Norton. I was a Jim Norton, Sam Roberts. Jim Norton, Sam Morril. Sorry, Sam.
Why is she crying? She looks like she's the victim in the beginning of this.
Well, they found bodies in her trunk, and like you probably wanted to keep that a secret. And when the police go, we open the trunk. You're like, for Pete's sake.
She's really bummed.
I'm in Dutch.
She's like, fuck.
Yeah. Or she probably is just nervous and a bad way. You didn't look in the trunk, did you? Do you ever watch the Iceman documentary?
Which one's
Richard
that?
Kuklinski.
Oh, I don't know it. No.
It was very famous on HBO. He was a guy. He worked for the mob. He killed a lot. He was a contract killer, not a serial killer. And I think some of his stuff was a little exaggerated. But he did murder a lot of people. And he wound up dying in prison. But that's a very interesting one because he's just being interviewed. But I think he's a little too much into being the Iceman. Like, you know what I mean?
I will say the true crime docs feel like podcasts for them.
Yeah.
It's their only podcast.
Sammy the Bulls I love. Like, the fact that I'm dying.
That was the Gambino guy, right?
Oh, he was the underboss.
Yeah.
And he wound up, people call him a rat, but he wound up, he heard on recordings, I think, that Gotti had said something like, well, fuck, like Gotti had said something he didn't like in a recording, so Sam was like, oh, okay, and then turned. And then he went into witness protection, and I think he got in trouble for selling ecstasy or something. So he went back to jail, and then he came out. I could be butchering it, but he's out, and
It must be really hard to stay straight when your life was awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like Henry Hill, right? I mean, they end up just telling people.
Yeah, how do you not tell people? But he's like, they threatened to kill him, and he's like, come get me.
Yeah.
He was a scary guy because no one went and got him. He's doing a podcast, and it's kind of scary. Like, when you're Sammy the Bull, you know where he is, and they're like, no, we're not dealing with. I'm dying to fucking interview him, though. He's fascinating.
Yeah, your PR person's like, we can't get you Fallon, but we got you Sammy the Bull. We gotta.
I would much rather have Sammy the Bull.
Oh, man.
What, you ever see his clips? Look him up, because he's just
I saw
going
they
through.
did a Netflix thing on him. It was good. It was either him or Gotti, but either way, he was a big part of it.
You know how much that must piss Mateo off? They said no to him, but they said yes to Sammy the Bull. But yeah, he's just an interesting. Because you know what it is? We now have access to people that in life you never would have had access to. Like, you never would have been able to ask this guy questions about his life. I've interviewed.
And now they tell everything. It's hilarious. They went from like, you don't rat, to being like, there I was, whacking the 14th guy of the day. You know, you're like, what?
They still talk around certain things that they can still get in trouble for. And there's certain people he won't name, I guess, but I've gotten to interview drug dealers. These people that never would have spoken to me, you know, if it wasn't for, you know, the idea of promoting a book or promoting a movie. But yeah, Sammy the Bull's a guy I'm dying to. I don't see it happening. I've emailed and they don't get back to me.
Is he promoting something? You need him to promote something.
His podcast.
Does he have a big podcast?
I mean, it's no matter however big it is, it's not as big as it should be. Because it's like, who's more interesting than this guy? Like,
it's so funny that you go from contract killer, like just murderer, to to a member of the media, I guess. The new media.
Yeah,
that's your job.
It is your job, and you got to make money somehow.
Oh, shit. Sickler
What?
got him. Ryan Sickler got.
Well, he was in L.A., I think. I saw a picture of him in Corolla. So, I mean, I like that he put Sammy the Bull Gravano, Mafia Hitman, as the name. That's the way my aunt would describe him. Mafia Hitman. I mean, it's honest.
I've done this podcast. My stories are like, you're supposed to talk about lowlights. I mean, compared to a fucking guy like this, holy shit.
You know how bad my stories must have been? And there I was. They told me there was going to be 200 people. There's 120. Ticket sales are light, Ryan. And his stories are true. I mean, you wonder, though, do you run out of them? Like, that's the one disadvantage to having led a life of crime, is that when you talk about it, you only have so many stories.
I guess, but you also, I mean...
Then again, I've never run out of hooker stories.
I mean, he's probably done a lot. I mean, how many years was he a gangster? He was at it for a while, right?
Yeah. Boy, do I want to talk to Sammy the Bull.
You're putting the energy out there, dude.
I am. I've said it before. And I think he'd be an interesting guy for people to call in and ask questions to.
He was a good-looking younger guy. Look at that.
He was, yeah, unless he was throwing you out a window.
He looks like Manny from Scarface.
But I remember hearing about him when Gotti was in charge. I remember, he was the name that you heard, Sammy the Bull. Yeah. And that's a terrifying nickname.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? And even his name, Sam Gravano, that's a frightening guy's name. That's not a, some guys have weak, no one's scared of Jimmy Norton. That's not a frightening name. But Sammy the Bull, you better be doing something tough or frightening.
Damn, I love these true crimes, though. Do you ever watch the Brooklyn 7-5 one?
Yes,
the
we interviewed
cops?
him.
God, they're fucking hilarious.
He was fascinating. We
no
talked
remorse, right?
No, I didn't give a fuck.
They don't give a shit.
I mean, it is what it is, right? He did his time. He did like 12 years in jail. I forget his name. What's the guy's name, the main cop? You know the guy I would talk to again.
I forgot, but I was just cracking up. They were just talking. They were so proud of all these. Everything they did was corrupt as shit. They were so proud of it.
Yeah, and but he did go to prison. So like once you go to prison,
right? But what do you do now for a living? Do they all just start podcasts?
Does he do a podcast or no?
This is like when strippers become comics. They're all doing what we do now.
I remember we had a couple that did turn into that from Chaz Palminteri's podcast.
Really?
They started to do their own thing. Once they start guesting on yours.
Yeah. They'll be regulars. They'll do a spinoff.
How is Chaz?
Chaz? He's doing great.
I love Chaz Palminteri.
He's the man, dude.
He really is
Bronx
the man.
Tale is one of my faves. Bullets Over Broadway. I think Bullets Over Broadway is one of the funniest movies ever. You ever see that movie?
No.
God, it's good.
I was kidding about a Bronx Tale. Of course I've seen it. But it's just such a stupid asshole to think. I love Chaz. I've never seen a Bronx Tale. I've never seen Bullets Over Broadway. If I do, I don't remember.
It's legitimately Woody Allen's funniest movie.
I didn't even know Woody did it.
It's so fucking funny.
Oh, John Elite. Yeah, John Elite's another thing. I think he worked for Gotti as well, too.
We had him on Chris DiStefano's podcast, and he admitted to shitting his pants after a crime.
Good for him.
Yeah.
I respect
That's the
that.
less embarrassing part of
I've done it sneezing. At least he had a reason to do it.
I did it on a school bus in New York.
Did you?
I did, yeah.
Did kids know?
Yeah, they knew. I fucking smelled like I shit myself. I was in like first grade. kid, they didn't believe me. I was like, I fucking shit myself. They're like, no, you didn't. And the kid touched my butt. I go, nah, he shit himself.
Ah, he touched your butt. Yeah. Wow. I remember I shit my pants. I had a crush on this girl, Kelly. She was so cute. And I had sat in it all day. It was like a rusty smell because I have weird bathroom issues. And so I was, we were getting ready. They would always have us like congregate at the front door to leave. And Kelly, the girl I had the crush on, was standing right behind me. And she tapped me and she goes, did you make poops in your pants? And it's the first time I ever used sarcasm. I was like, yeah, sure. But I had.
You technically didn't lie, though. That's the move, is to just be sarcastic.
Yeah, but I had dropped a full-fledged log. This wasn't like, one time I was walking to school.
Later you use that with girlfriends. Yeah, I cheated on you. Sure.
Oh, I have used that. Of course. Oh, yeah, without no condom, by the way.
Yeah, you got me.
I was with my buddy Bill walking to school, Bill D'Angelo, and I was trying not to shit, and I broke a little piece off, and it rolled down the back of my leg, and I remember I kicked it out of my pants, and Bill got such a kick out of that. That's one of Jim Norton's greatest moments. I was on Newton Street in New Jersey.
Holy shit.
Bill D'Angelo saw me kick a nice block of hash-sized log out of my fucking...
You were lucky those were baggy pants you were wearing.
Oh,
you're
you're not kidding.
Nasty.
It wasn't a whole piece. It literally was one little piece that slinky walked down my fucking 6th grade leg.
A guinea pig pellet came out of your leg?
That's exactly it. Oh, now. Oh, now. See you later. Said
Holy
goodbye to it.
shit.
Yeah, that's one of the best moments of being me.
Holy shit.
I think, at least. Did you get laid a lot in school when you were a kid?
A little bit. More when I went away. More like...
Oh, to college?
Yeah, a little bit. How about you?
No. I mean,
Really?
no. I mean, I blink a lot. I have a fat face. No. Shit my pants. No, not until I was 18. Sex. I did other stuff like long before that, but no, man, I wasn't. I didn't go to college. I dropped out of high school, so it was just. I started getting hookers like when I was 19.
Damn.
Didn't you join a gang or something?
No, we were in North Brunswick, and we wanted to form a gang. We were like in 5th grade, and we were gonna call ourselves the Lords. And so they were building a fort in the woods, and me and my buddy Frank went to the store, the hardware store, to buy the L, the O, the R, and then we went to buy the letters to hang on outside of our fucking gang hangouts. It didn't go well.
Did he have weapons?
No, our mouths. So we could suck our way out of any trouble. No, we didn't. The Lords never took off. I forgot about that. I've told all these stories before, and they're just they're humiliating. So was he a good interview, John Elite? I would love to talk to him, too.
He was great. I can reach out. Yeah, he told a lot of crazy stuff, hitting people with a bat and...
Jesus.
Oh, I've always wanted to do that.
You hear the stories, like the torture tactics these guys use. Some of them were like shave a guy's head and then put a cheese grater on it, which is like, oh, fuck, that is... How do you, like, not get sick doing that?
Yeah.
I guess they're bad people. I guess they're okay with it.
When someone is shaving your head and you're like, I know this is not going to be the end of this. There's a reason they're doing this.
You're just dumb. You're like, hey, he's giving me a haircut. This isn't that bad.
What is it like to hit somebody with a bat? Like, I've always wanted to strike somebody with a bat. Obviously, it's such an ugly weapon. Yeah. The clunk. You ever see The Apostle with Robert Duvall?
I haven't. I heard it's a good one.
It's a good movie. And there's a scene where, like, some younger guy Duvall's wife leaves him. And he's a preacher. And this younger guy is with his wife and his kid. Like, she's dating this younger guy. So they're at a baseball game for the kid. And then as Duvall is leaving, the ex-wife is leaving with the new boyfriend. And Duvall is trying to get her to leave with him. He's like, come on, let's go. Like, just he's not accepting that his family is not. And he just takes a bat and he fucking hits the other guy. And I'm like, that's how it happens. It's like, that's how your life changes forever. There's that one crazy moment and you hit somebody with a bat and your life has changed. And the clunk, the thud of a bat in the head, it just seems like it's such a final thing to do, but I've always wanted to do it. I won't, 'cause I don't want to kill anybody. But haven't you wanted to hit somebody with a bat?
The way you said your life changes the minute, I was like, fuck, is this coming?
No, in a bad way, meaning in a terrible way.
No, I'm thinking of that scene in The Sopranos where the guy takes the golf club to the head, and I remember thinking, that looks awful. That looks like the worst.
I remember it.
It was the episode where Burt Young gets brought in to whack the guy. Yeah, it's a great episode.
It's a great, where he's talking to the girl or whatever. She's like, leave me alone. Yeah.
And the guy's just like, because you're like, it's so fucked. This is why Sopranos are so good, because you're like, that's probably what I would do in that situation. Beat the guy with the golf club, of course.
Yeah.
And no, I mean, this is insane.
Oh my
that's
God.
a bad one.
Splits. And the way he falls, there's such a...
And he does it again, right?
Oh, he does.
Oh, fuck.
And the guy's looking up like, Jesus Christ, you've hit me in the head twice with that thing.
When was the last time you guys have seen real violence, like in real life, though?
Fucking really bad one. I'm trying to think.
Myself at the cellar when I've just trampled and murdered good premises. I mean, it's
real violence.
A long fucking...
I saw someone jump out of a building once in the city, and they landed pretty close to me. It was pretty fucked up. It was...
Were they killed? How high?
Yeah, at least. I mean, I didn't see from when they jumped. I saw the splat, so it must have been at least like 8 stories, I would think. But old lady, yeah, and splat, and I was just like, holy shit, that was. I want to say 8 feet from me or something.
Did she
Crazy.
jump? Did she have like fucking handprints on her back? Because somebody was probably watching a show and she wouldn't stop talking. And like, hey, can you check that plant? Footprint in her fucking back in her old robe.
That was pretty fucking. I mean, that wasn't like a dude getting the shit out of him, but you're like, that's
crazy.
That is a violent image. You're just like, fuck, thud, and there's not a lot of blood, and it's not. Yeah, it's crazy. Still, she was still alive. She didn't die instantly. She like mumbled something about like how she was cold and someone got her a blanket, but it's like fucking brutal.
Last thing she said, Rosebud. And you're like, from Citizen Kane? And then she turns over, no, eat my asshole. That's her nickname for
Rosebud Baker. Yeah. She's gonna start working the Comedy Cellar.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend her to Esther. It was Judy Gold.
Rosebud is so fucking stupid.
I can't remember the last time I saw violence. Like as a kid, I would see it sometimes, but I can't remember the last time I saw it.
You see it like mild shit in the village all the time, just like a fist fight outside a
Yeah.
bar, but nothing like traumatizing really. I saw a funny one outside the cellar once. A guy would not leave, and he kept lingering, talking shit. And we just saw a cop just fucking put him in a headlock, and I was like, that was fucking satisfying.
Yeah.
Just berating Val and all the management there. And it was like he wouldn't stop. And you ever get like something thrown at you on stage?
Only once, and it was in Lodi, New Jersey, and it's probably in 1993.
Damn.
An ashtray. But it was not.
That's fucking dangerous.
No, but it was honestly, it was.
Oh, it wasn't a glass one.
No,
Okay.
no. Once again, I don't have a great story. One time a guy made a paper plane out of a flyer, and it came within 9 feet of me.
And one time a guy mumbled, "Not my cup of tea."
Yeah, I was like, come on,
Oh.
fella, I'm doing the best I can. What'd you get thrown at you?
No, nothing. I was curious if you did. I got punched once in Seattle after a show. I got sucker punched by a guy. I insulted. I was talking to a girl, and her friend just kept insulting me like nonstop. Like she could do a bit better than you. Like nonstop insulting me, and I was like, all right, yeah. I was kind of like trying to ignore it, and she just kept doing it, and I was because she was talking to me. I was like, let me have a shot. I was a young dude, and I finally just turned to her and I was like, get some more Botox, you lizard. And she just goes, what? Her boyfriend fucking just pops me in the fucking face.
Oh, I hate him too.
And I didn't go down, but I was lucky because he had a clean, it was a sucker punch. It was a clean shot, like right here. I was just like, fuck. And I just remember they fucking bounced and I got, someone handed me an ice pack. I was like, all right.
There was never any like charges pressed.
There was it was not satisfying.
Oh, it was after the show.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, but it was
I'm
at a bar. It wasn't
sorry.
even in the venue. It was at a bar.
Oh, I'm sorry. Were they at the show?
No. And then another one was
Okay.
another crazy one was Vermont, Burlington, Vermont. I'm starting to realize I have a pattern to get my ass kicked.
Yeah, you sure
I was
do.
in
Bernie Sanders threw a bag of shit at me.
No, I was in a bar in Burlington, Vermont, and a guy came up. I was chilling at the bar with Carmen Lagala, a friend of mine. She's a funny comic, and we're with a couple other comics. And this guy just like walked up to us, and he goes, he's hammered clearly, and he goes, University of Vermont. I was like, what? And he was like, master's degree, and I was like, you're getting colder. And he goes, I'm gonna beat the shit out of all of you. And I was just like, all right, whatever. And I just like turned my back to him, and then he takes a pint glass and smashed it on my head, and I was like, fuck, all right. And then I just kind of like stood up slowly, and because I was sitting down, I turned my back to him. I didn't think he was actually. I mean, that was a dumb move on my part.
Sure.
But then I kind of stood up, and the other people stood up with me, and he just stared at me, and he just like walked pretty quickly out. And the bartender's like, I'll call the cops, and the cops got him. He went for one of their guns. Turned out he was a psychiatrist.
Oh my God.
So I'm getting all these calls from people who are just like, they were just like, from lawyers, like, will you come down and testify? I'm like, you want me to fly back to Vermont? No. And she's like, well, he's a psychiatrist. I was like, what? And I said, well, is he gonna lose his license? She goes, yeah, for like for at least 5 years. And I was like, I don't even get how any of this works. And I was like, so what's the story? She goes, he was going through a divorce. He got blackout drunk. He wanted someone to kick his ass. So basically, he did that to me because he wanted me to fucking fight back. And he just picked the wrong guy.
You never got an apology or anything from him?
No. But that'd be weirder if he reaced out.
Yeah, sorry, I'm a fan.
I mean, he definitely didn't know me. He didn't know my comedy or anything. That'd be worse if he did.
So
fuck this guy.
Or he's a psychiatrist, and the last thing he says is his wife has a dick, and he tells people he's straight. Yeah, that's crazy, man. Being hit in the head with a glass could kill you. That's terrifying.
It's also one of the things where you're like, just because you're a psychiatrist doesn't mean you are normal at all. Like you put these people on a pedestal because they have some degree.
Yeah.
But so many psychiatrists are fucking insane.
I had one fall asleep when I was talking. He was in Highland Park, New Jersey. I literally hope he fell off a fucking
Was he old?
roof. No, he was bored. I was probably telling one of my great stories. Yeah, and he dumped the cigarettes out, and he threw the plastic ashtray at me and missed me by 30 feet, Doc. He fell asleep. I was just like, what the fuck, man?
Did you bring it up?
Yeah, and he was also a guy, I was new into comedy, and then I was probably 24. And he would always take the audience's side. Like, I hated this jerk off. Like, I would talk about, well, I hate the crowds. He goes, yeah, but it's your job to entertain. I'm like, what are you doing?
You fall asleep during my sessions.
Yeah, fuck you, devil's advocate.
That's a peeve of mine, is the devil's advocate.
It can be very, very
It can
annoying.
be fine occasionally, but the people who always do it. My mom was, I was telling my mom, like, I was like, fucking Delta, just like, 8-hour delay, whatever. And she goes, well, they're having a hard time. I was like, you're signing with the fucking airline?
Yeah.
You're my mother.
Absolutely.
What are you doing?
It's ridiculous. That's my old driver's license photo. Yeah, handsome young man.
Holy shit.
Handsome young man.
Look at that.
And
You look
douchey
like
headshot.
You look like a crooner.
The headshot was in the middle. Yeah, that was my big Harry Connick Jr. face. With my arms over in the baggy pants. Someone snapped it, and we used it as a headshot because I didn't have a picture for clubs.
Yeah, it's your sleepy eye, kind of sexy.
Sexy, yeah. A little sexy Jimmy.
I like it.
And the one on the left where I have my hands in my pants in kind of a come hither way was Woodstock 94.
You look like an extra in American History X here.
And I thought like one. Yeah, that was a fucking music festivals were weird, man. I never liked doing
They're brutal.
music. Like Florentine toured like Slayer and Mega. I'm like, how do you do that?
You have rough sets up top, probably.
I guess so.
It's not easy, man. You're. I mean, it's one thing to. I mean, look at that shit. That's not for comedy.
No, I was in front of that many people. I was on a side stage, and it was 94, not 99. It was, I was not on. Rich Voss worked the main stage. He was like just introing bands and stuff. It was fun, just hanging out with comedians.
I've
And
done some of them. I've done like Bonnaroo, Outside Land.
Bonnaroo's not as bad because the
Yeah.
tent is air conditioning, so they would go into the tent just to kind of hang out.
Yeah, it was all right.
I pissed my bed in Bonnaroo. You stay in Tennessee, and you stay in the hotel like 40 minutes away, and I wet the bed. I was a grown man. I remember I was with Louis C.K. was doing it too. It was probably 2005 or 6, and I pissed my bed and then had to tell him the next day, like, yeah, I wet the bed last night.
Did you tip extra on room service or what?
No. Do your job, bitch. Clean up my tinkle.
You peed your bed.
I don't know why I did. I once in a while, I guess I fall asleep kind of deep, and I pee.
Damn, I can't remember. Norman was a bedwetter. I can't remember. I don't know the last time I pissed myself.
He seems like a bedwetter. Mark.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does. His family life is very interesting to me.
Yeah.
But my bare feet are annoying me, just so you know. Someone just crossed my legs. And I won't say anyone tuning in late like it's a radio show. But yeah, Mark, he has a very interesting family life. And Mark's not very emotional, but you know it's in there.
Oh, yeah.
Have you guys ever cried together?
No, not to this point. No.
Would you hate it if it was all? How annoying would this show be if it was all those questions?
The gotcha questions.
Or people who think that they're going to get like a really deep interview. So, your mother. What would you want your grandfather to say? Ugh.
If you saw your grandmother in heaven, what would you say to her right now?
Wait, put your clothes on and put down that zucchini.
That is a great idea for a podcast, the Gotcha Pod.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Every
also-
question is just fucking insufferable.
It's all gotcha questions. It's either ones that are going to ruin your career or they're just sappy, maudlin. I mean, look, is there anything you want to do in your career? Because you have such an interesting career. Like, you sell a lot of tickets. You're really funny. Your podcast does, like, Mark, have your alcohol brand, which I know you guys are doing
fun.
yourselves now.
Fun to drink your own shit. I love it. I love having a whiskey. I've written, Mark and I wrote a movie. I'd like to make that. I think it's really funny. We'll see. I mean, it's so hard.
Is it a cop movie?
Yeah, it's a cop. It's a serious movie too. It's a serious, gritty cop thriller. No, I'm kidding. No, it's a dumb movie about two liquor salesmen.
Oh, all right.
But and then we got I got a TV show I'm trying to make that's been a nightmare to make, but I'm hopeful about it. But it's a tough time to make a TV show now. Yeah, I like writing stuff, so I want to make more like like I like writing scripts and screenplays and stuff. So
Yeah, I get very distracted online. I have like 9 episodes of it. Like, I was gonna be a show, but then I'm like, I can make it an animation too. I think it would work. People let you get away with more as an animation, just about a sex addict. But
that would be hilarious, an animated sex addict thing.
Maybe, but it didn't. Years ago, I went out with it. I still have it, so maybe I'll try again because all the people that rejected it are dead or have moved on.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah, we did. I remember we were pitching this show. I was with Mike Lawrence, who is like insanely funny.
Yes.
And Mike, he's so autistic. He just can't help himself, and he'll say the fucked up thing every time. And every pitch, he would go, "We got great notes from the Uber driver on the ride over here. He used to be a studio head." Every time they were like, and would you believe it? Like, 3 of them are not working there anymore. So when we went back out, like 3 of the people did get fired. So.
Oh, of course.
So I mean, that's why they weren't fucking laughing. But
did you guys talk to him and go, Mike, you might not want to?
no, I thought it was funny. I didn't give a shit. I laughed every time he did it. He was like, I got to make that joke. I was like, if you got to make it, you got to make it. We'll go down swinging.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, no, that was a nightmare pitching shows, man. It's so hard, but
it's really hard
because they just don't want. Even when you get past, like, the people want to make it. They're so bureaucratic. There's someone up top who's just like, we can't. And we've added all these people too. But I think we'll make it eventually, but goddamn, it's fucking hard.
Here's a rule of thumb. Anybody in show business who likes me has zero ability to greenlight something. That's the rule of thumb. They have no ability. And it's like, they're like, oh, man, I read your script. It was great. You're like, thanks. And they're like, yeah, I'm going to give it to somebody who actually works for that company. Nobody who likes me can help me.
But I think they're making very little stuff, man. I think more and more you just got to make your own shit. I mean, it's like the way specials are going, where we have to make our own specials. I think the next thing is we're going to have to make TV shows and movies ourselves, just bankroll them.
I'm working on a half hour for Comedy Central. I want to do like a nice 30 minutes that they can chop up.
I'm working on something for CISO. I think this is my year.
Whatever happened to CISO? Are they around?
I don't know.
I'm asking kind of interested. Like, are they?
That was one that even when it was here, I was like, you're in a lot of trouble, right? I mean, this can't be fucking, what was the other one? Quibi?
Quibi.
It's
kind of what TikTok is a little bit.
Yeah, so on some, but then they were like, you got to fucking pitch it to us.
Yeah.
Did Quibi, did you take pictures of us?
No.
Oh, yeah, because he takes pictures for that. We had interviewed Mark Cuban a couple years ago, and then I got a call from his company going, hey, do you want to, we want to talk to you about some projects, whatever. So I'm like, okay, cool. So they have the meeting at the Soho House, which is angering.
Yeah, it's a douchey place.
It's a douchey place.
Members clubs are fucking douchey.
They are douchey. Unless it's a sex club, then I get it. You want to watch Hunter Biden smoke coke and fucking hit somebody with his 9-inch stick.
He's on a fucking revenge tour right now. Those who live in crack houses shouldn't throw stones. It's fucking crazy.
I know, or shouldn't throw rocks. But it's funny that he's like saying, like, my dad was on Ambien. It's like, that's not the excuse.
That's not better.
Yeah, that's not good.
You mean the guy who is supposed to be commander-in-chief makes bad decisions?
Yeah, he's like Dice on Ambien. He's calling people. That's what Dice would do. He would do Ambien and make prank calls all night.
Yeah, you took the wrong drug?
That's what Biden would. Is your refrigerator running? My vice president said, like, Joe, don't say it. So I go to this Soho House meeting, and they sit down and like, all right, so what do you like? They want me to pitch to them. Yeah. Like, they think I'm trying to pitch them idea. Like, what did you have? Like, I'm like, what? Like, I thought they had an idea for me or something they wanted to talk about. It was fucking humiliating.
It's brutal, dude. I did one recently with this like sports company, and because I used to do a podcast with Julian Edelman. And I love that guy, but he moved to L.A., so that kind of ended.
Yeah.
But then these people were like, we should do something like a sports show. You and another athlete, and we get 2 other guys. You just like chop it up, and I was like, so you mean like LeBron show without LeBron?
Oh, yeah.
That's your idea? And they were like, well, I'm like, well, that's not it's got to be something else. So I started rattling off ideas, and they're like, yeah, that's better. That's good. I'm like, all right. And then just they wanted to own.
Yeah.
Well, they just want to own it all, and I was like, oh no, I don't want to do that. We got to own all our own shit now, unless they're giving you so much money,
right?
But like otherwise, why would you want to give up ownership? Why would you want to, put in all this sweat for something that you're not going to have?
And a little personal rule I live by is anyone who says chop it up, I have no desire to work with under any circumstances.
Except for Lorena Bobbitt. She was cool.
Absolutely. But, I couldn't think of another person who chopped things up. Ed Gain? We only went to 2 calls, but I think we've been talking for a while. Oh, my God.
Yeah, I mean, it's 6:40.
Oh, my God. We've been talking for that long?
Yeah, it's an hour 30 right
I
now.
did not realize that. Okay, well, Sam, thank you for...
When is this out?
Very soon, within the next couple of weeks. We don't save them for that long.
Sweet.
We'll try to keep it evergreen. Wow, I can't believe all that stuff happened. I can't do evergreen. Just, you can't not talk about what's,
It's hard, but we backlog like a motherfucker too because, Mark's in Australia right now. That's what I want to do. Is the other day we were going to do, I had to do 2 that day, and I didn't want to come here like
all
burnt,
And you have to backlog. You have to because we travel.
Yeah.
And it's like the guy I want to talk to travels. So, like, what am I going to do? Not wait 8 months to talk to you? Like, no, I'll talk to you now and then put it out in a couple of weeks. We're saying this now. It's December. Happy New Year.
Thank you so much for calling my show. The episode's over, it's time to go. Good luck, stupid. Good luck, stupid. I hope everything works out. Good luck, stupid. Good luck, stupid. Don't blame me when it doesn't work out. Good luck, stupid. Good luck, stupid. Don't blame me when it doesn't work out.